Now, before continuing, it's vital that I address the most controversial aspect of Arc Raiders. Third-person perspective. For some people, that can make them feel a bit skeptical. You know, in a game where you lose everything and get sent back to a lobby, a third-person perspective could be a recipe for Sorry, machine got my tongue. Look, I personally really like Arc Raiders' third-person perspective for multiple reasons. First and foremost, it makes it unique. Like, brother, there is a cajillion first-person PvP games that exist. If Arc Raiders was also first-person, I guarantee it would have had a far more negative reception and stigma of being another generic extraction shooter. This perspective obviously gives you more spatial awareness, which is incredibly helpful for the PvE sides of this game when you're dealing with the arcs. Being able to gather more information and sneak around is crucial for how punishing they can be if they do spot your big ol' forehead.
No, 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 no! Oh my god! Shoot him, shoot him! I want to go home!
I know what you're thinking.
This makes PvP boring because it encourages camping and corner peeking.
And to that I say, have you tried getting good? People need to understand that both first-person and third-person games have their own pros and cons and their own differences in skill expression. In my research on this subject, I came across this example video that was recorded on what seems to be a Nintendo DS. But just bear with me here. In this clip, it is argued that this player has an unfair advantage because he uses his camera to spot two people inside a building, waiting to gun him down. Thus, with this new information and insight, he decides to back up, lob a grenade in, killing the two players inside. Pretty unfun, right? Now imagine this scenario in first person. The player, unable to see around corners now, goes inside this building to loot, and is gunned the fuck down by these two guys who are camping, and taking advantage of the fact that they heard him first. Pretty unfun, right? If everyone has a third-person advantage, then no one has an advantage. This guy simply used the game's mechanics better. It is a different type of skill and playstyle, and if you don't like it, then guess what, buddy? You're not starving anytime soon. Third person makes PvP combat less about who can just simply aim better, and more about who can outsmart and outmaneuver the other. If you've seen, I don't know, 5 seconds of Gears of War gameplay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're fighting a guy who's behind cover, obviously don't be fucking stupid and push him head on. You need to figure out how to flush him out, how to get the better angle, how to shift the tide in your favor.
I got real grenades here. Here we go. There we go.
Hey, those are good throws.
Yeah.
These grenades I'm chucking are to try and get some splash damage, yeah, but to also make a ton of noise. Noise that helped to lure in some Arc to third party this bitch.